All right, so on Tuesday, we talked a little bit about elimination, and we dealt with what to do, the third method to solve, and when we have standard form only, we can add the two equations together if we have opposites. So if we have like 3x plus 2y equals something and 4x minus 2y equals something, then when we add those up, these guys cancel out. That's the whole point of elimination, okay? And it's also called the addition method, okay? Okay, because we're going to add the two equations together to eliminate one of the variables, okay? And so whatever this equals, let's say that I added that up and it was, just for giggles, let's say it was 14, right? So then divide by 7, so x is now 2. And so when I come over here, I just take this value and I can put it into either equation, either here or here. So I'm going to use the top one. 3 times x plus 2y is 6. That's the top equation. And we're going to put this 2 right in here. So that's 6 plus 2y equals 6. So when I subtract the 6, I get a 0. And so y is going to be 0. When I divide by 0 divided by 2 is 0. So my answer is 2, 0 for that one, okay? That's if we have an opposite. These are already opposites, okay? If we have the same, then we have to change some things. So let's try it this way. If I've got 3x plus 2y equals 6 and 4x plus 2y equals 8, now I have to actually change something, okay? So could I multiply one of these by a -1, let's say? Would that create an opposite? I'm going to rewrite this guy. 3x plus 2y equals 6. And if I take this times this, that's -4x, -2y, and -8, right? So that gives me -x, these two here. These two are now opposites, so they're gone. And then it equals -2. So I don't want a -x, so I just change the signs. So x is 2 again, all right? And now if I plug this in, I'm going to get that 0 again, right? But either way, you know, if I plug that 2 in here, plus 2y equals 6, so 6 plus 2y equals 6, and minus 6, I get 0. So I get 0, okay? Now, oops, I wrote it backwards, didn't I? I wrote it backwards, okay? So when they're the same, you multiply by -1. All right, now, if they're not the same and they're totally different numbers, then look at to see if, you know, there's something that they go into. So let's try like -5. Oh, I don't want that one. I'm sorry. Let's go 5x minus y equals 5, and -x plus 3y equals 13. Okay, so I don't have the same and I don't have opposites. That's bad. So we're going to have to multiply. So could I multiply this top one by 3? Would that make the y's opposites? Yes, it would. So that's going to give me 15x minus 3y equals 15. And then I got a -x plus 3y equals 13. So these two are now opposites, aren't they? So if I add these up, that's going to be 14x, and that's going to be 28. So I divide by 14, x is 2. Now, if I take that and plug it into either one of these two, I'm going to go back to the original one. 5 times x minus y equals 5. That's this equation right here. I'm going to put this guy right in here, right? So 10 minus y equals 5. So if I subtract the 10, that's going to give me -y equals -5. And I don't want -y, so I just changed the sign. So my answer there is 2, 5. Okay, so if we don't have opposites, we multiply by a number to create an opposite, which is what we did here with this -3y. And notice I multiplied the whole equation by that. I can't just multiply this guy by 3. I have to multiply and make them both 15s there, right? That changes a lot of stuff. Now, sometimes, on the next example, we have to multiply both equations, okay? And so what does that look like? Well, you're going to have something like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, where I can't find one. Let's say we had this here. We'll go with 2x plus 7y equals 1, and x plus 5y equals 2. I don't like this one either, because this one we could get away with multiplying this bottom by -2, right? That would take care of it, because that would create an opposite right here, okay? So let's choose a different one. I chose a bad problem there. Let's do this one here. All right, so now 4 doesn't go into 5 and 2 doesn't go into 3, right? So I'm going to get rid of this other one. Okay, and if I multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 2, will that make these 6s? Okay, and then I just pick one to be a negative. So I'm going to make this one -2. So I'm going to take 3 times 4x, that's going to be 12x. I'm going to take 3 times 2, that's going to be 6y. And 3 times -14 is going to be -42. Okay, now I got this one, that's going to be -10x. That's going to be a -6y, so there's our opposites. And then this is going to be 34, positive 34. So when I add these together, these are going to cancel, right? And then I got 2x here and -8. -42 plus 34 is going to be a -8. So x is going to be -4. So now I can go back to any one of these equations and put it in for x. I'm going to put this value in here. So I'm going to rewrite that top equation. It's -4 plus 2y equals -14. Okay, I just rewrote the top equation, so I got -16 plus 2y is -14. Now if I add my 16 over, that gives me 2y equals 2. So then y is going to be 1, right, if I divide by 2? So my answer is -4, 1. That's how you do the elimination process. We're not going to start doing that too much right away, but this is on there for that reason. So this should get you through the worksheet today.